Welcome to the desert, where legends lit up the stages and surprise guests stole the spotlight. Week 1 of Coachella 2025 didn't just deliver, it raised the bar. From Missy Elliott turning into a neon transformer, to K-pop artists making waves. Let's take you through the wildest moments, including that Lady Gaga performance everyone's still buzzing about.
Coachella!
Coachella 2025 won't be forgotten anytime soon. Not just because of the star power on stage, but because of how they owned it. Let's kick things off with the new queen of transformation, K-pop star from Thailand, Lisa. 2 years ago, Blackpink broke new ground as Coachella headliners. Fast forward to now, and Lisa's out here doing it solo. And let's just say, she didn't come to play.
Baby, I'm a rock star.
The singer turned her set into a live-action video game. Yes, Lisa switched between alter egos like Suni, Speedy, and Roxy, with flashy interludes that felt like a choose-your-fighter moment. Suni brought soft fairycore vibes with Moonlit Floor. Then Speedy turned up the heat with Elastigirl, Red Star Top, Wild Moves, and a dance break that had the crowd absolutely losing it. And when Roxy came out for Rockstar, it was clear, Lisa is way more than just a quarter of Blackpink. Oh, and she dropped a hilarious moment too, reminding fans she plays Mook on the White Lotus.
This is her when she's not working, you know?
By the way, Lisa's set turned into a mini White Lotus reunion. Season 3 star Patrick Schwarzenegger and his fiancée Abby Champion were spotted rocking out in the front row. The actor shared a fun Instagram stories video of himself dancing wildly to Lisa's performance of Money. He captioned the video, "Excuse my dancing, I had a cocktail." Lisa's bandmate Rosé also showed up to cheer her on, and fans loved seeing how close they are. We'll talk more about K-pop artists later. Now here's a guy who's been called the Gen Z Freddie Mercury, and it seems he's fully embracing it. Benson Boone made his debut on stage in front of a roaring crowd of over 50,000 fans and, of course, wowed them with his signature somersault. But the real showstopper? Legendary Queen guitarist Brian May teamed up with Benson for Bohemian Rhapsody, backed by a full choir and lighting that captured the magic of classic Queen shows. Adding to the excitement, Boone announced his upcoming sophomore album, American Heart, set for release in June 2025. And one more unforgettable performance from the first day, Missy Elliott, who got her freak on at Coachella 2025. The hip-hop icon made an entrance only she could pull off, dressed as a full-on transformer. True to Missy form, the show was a wild spectacle, complete with dazzling pyrotechnics, neon vibes, and visuals that looked like they were straight out of the future. She hyped the crowd with a high-energy medley of fan favorites, including I'm Really Hot, Gossip Folks, and, of course, Work It. This performance felt like a victory lap for Missy, who just launched her long-overdue first headlining tour last year. It won't be long before the top headliner of the opening night heads out on tour as well, and the internet is still buzzing non-stop about her.
Sometimes I feel like I went into a dream.
Lady Gaga returned to Coachella, and yeah, she shut it down. When the star promised a massive night of chaos in the desert, she definitely delivered. Gaga built a literal opera house right in the middle of the festival.
I love you so much. I wanted to make a romantic gesture to you this year.
Her show was structured like a 5-act mini-movie, each with a title and each telling part of a story. The battle between light and dark Gaga. There were impressive dancers, Victorian-era costumes, and a full-on symbolic death and rebirth. The singer herself emerged in a Baroque red gown and opened with Bloody Mary, a song that's had a resurgence thanks to TikTok and Wednesday.
I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands.
In Act 1, she also treated us to Abracadabra and Judas, delivering all the classic Gaga drama. Then, in Act 2, titled And She Fell Into a Gothic Dream, we saw Gaga crawl out of a coffin in a corseted white gown surrounded by skulls. Act 3 had her dancing with a skeleton during Zombie Boy. And in Act 4, she stepped out in a sleek black suit for Shadow of a Man and ended with the fan anthem Born This Way, under a sky full of fireworks. And just when you thought it was over, fake out. She re-emerged as a feathered angel for a grand finale called Eternal Aria of the Monster Heart. Backed by plague doctor dancers, She rose from the stage for Bad Romance, white crown on and a message.
Monsters never die.
The attention to detail? Insane. Her show featured chess games with dancers dressed in Bad Romance outfits, nods to her paparazzi video with armor references, and even pre-recorded monologues that built the narrative. Gaga's 90-minute set wasn't just a performance. It was art, blending horror, beauty, glam, grit, and chaos. Critics are already calling it the best performance in Coachella history. And what do you think about Gaga's incredible show? Second day headliners Green Day set the festival ablaze, and not just with their performance. As the legendary band rocked the main stage, fireworks accidentally sparked a palm tree fire near the artist section. But let's be real, the band came to ignite the desert anyway. For stars that started in the late 80s, their energy was undeniably current. Opening with the ferocious riff of American Idiot, Billie Joe Armstrong screamed, "Coachella 2025, are you ready?" And the crowd was more than ready, alongside stars like Cara Delevingne and Flavor Flav. Actually, Billie Joe didn't say much outside the songs, except for yelling Coachella more than 20 times. But honestly, the music did all the talking. Interestingly, this marked Green Day's first official Coachella set, even though Armstrong has popped up at the fest before. Once in 2014 with The Replacements, and again this past weekend with the Go-Go's. Green Day's set was a full-throttle ride through career-defining anthems and new tracks from their latest album, Saviors. If fans wanted more nostalgia, T-Pain rolled up on the second day. He opened with Buy You a Drink, and within seconds, the audience was belting every word. T-Pain danced, joked, freestyled, and even took a moment to thank the crowd for sticking with him throughout his career. It only took me 20 years to get to this stage, and honestly, worth the wait. Meanwhile, Gen Z queen Charli XCX turned the main stage into full-on Bratchella.
Coachella, who's ready? I want to hear you scream! Ah!
Rocking an all-black look with barely there shorts, knee-high boots, and futuristic shades, Charli set the tone, and her fans showed up in full uniform. She gave them a show that matched the moment. What made it even better? The surprise guests. Troye Sivan dropped in for Talk Talk. Lorde showed up for Girl So Confusing, and Billie Eilish joined Charli for Guess. Still, that brat era is alive and thriving. And Hypen hit a huge milestone, becoming the fastest K-pop act to go from debut to Coachella. Only a few years after I Land, they commanded the stage with a performance that had the crowd in the palm of their hands. Then came the final headliner of the second night, Travis Scott, who delivered one of the most talked about sets of the festival. And yeah, we know, he made the crowd wait a bit, 20 minutes late to be exact. But the moment La Flame hit the stage, the delay was forgiven. Travis promised to design the desert, and he brought a full cinematic universe with him. His set kicked off with a jaw-dropping visual of dancers suspended in the air like marionettes, flipping upside down like bats midair as stargazing played. In fact, the rapper pulled out all the stops. He rapped from a rising circular platform, climbed down the stage stanchion while belting Skyfall, and even gave a heartfelt shout-out to his daughter, Stormy, during the show.
Stormy, let's run! Everybody, let's go!
By the way, his baby mama, Kylie Jenner, was spotted in the crowd earlier, raving to Charli XCX's set with her boyfriend Timothée Chalamet. But back to Travis, just when fans thought he was done, he dropped a mashup of modern jam with Drake's Nokia, a viral combo that had exploded online earlier this year. Now let's dive into a few more standout moments from Day 3's biggest names, including the K-pop sensation and another Blackpink member, Jennie.
Coachella, you ready to rock with me?
She became one of the first K-pop idols to headline Coachella solo, and her fans loved every second. Performing here at the outdoor theater feels like a dream, Jennie told the crowd.
I did not expect to see so many people out there. Hello to everyone!
The moment got even more magical when Kali Uchis joined her on stage for their collab with Childish Gambino. Damn right. Before wrapping her set, Jennie took a moment to thank her crew, backup dancers, and vocalists. And if that wasn't emotional enough, her former Blackpink bandmates Rosé and Lisa were spotted cheering her on from the audience. Shabuzi brought a full hour of country swagger to the stage Sunday afternoon and proved that cowboy boots absolutely belong in the desert. Megan Thee Stallion brought her trademark energy to the stage, delivering a performance that had the crowd dancing and singing along. The hype only grew when Ciara popped out for a surprise duet on Goodies. Finally, Post Malone wrapped up the first weekend of Coachella 2025. This marked his return to the festival after a 2018 set, but this time, he took center stage as the headliner. His set was a genre-blending ride through his biggest hits and fresh new tracks, all reimagined with a surprising country twist. From Rockstar to Chemical, Malone gave fans everything they came for. In true Posty fashion, he paused for a heartfelt speech, encouraging the crowd to chase their dreams unapologetically.
If you have a dream, or if you have a goal, or if you have a passion, I just want you to keep on fucking chasing it. And I want you to keep doing what you fucking love, and love who you love, and love what you love.
He closed the night with a soaring rendition of Sunflower. And we're not just talking about the performers. The festival drew some of the biggest names from Hollywood, fashion, and music. Kate Hudson was spotted soaking up the sun alongside Anya Taylor-Joy, Julia Fox, Cardi B, Paris Hilton, Emma Roberts, Chappelle Roan, and Victoria Justice. And yes, even parents on a break, Justin and Hailey Bieber, were seen in the front row during Yates' performance. One of the biggest surprises of the first 2 days? It wasn't the usual celebrity guest or a surprise collab. It was Senator Bernie Sanders. The 83-year-old Vermonter, currently on his anti-oligarchy tour across the western states, took to the Coachella stage on Saturday. And when he spoke, it was clear the crowd wasn't just there for the music.
You can turn away and you can ignore what goes on, but if you do that, you do it at your own peril. We need you to stand up to fight for justice.
Not your typical Coachella moment, but definitely one that had everyone talking long after the music stopped. So the first weekend of the festival is officially a wrap, and wow, what a ride. Now the big question is, can weekend 2 top this? Whose performance stood out to you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single moment from the brightest events out there.